I'm sure this will go swimmingly well. I recently rewatched The Eternals. Yes, that's right, the Marvel film that pretty much everyone hated. As I was rewatching this film and going through the film and the storyline, I was thinking to myself, is this film even that bad? Sure, there is a few issues. There's some very bland scenes in the film. The storylines are certainly thrown into your face in terms of character development. And for some reason, we get Harry Styles as Thanos' brother right at the end of the movie. But I must say, there's certainly some great scenes in this film. Some of the CGI is genuinely perfect. When I think of the CGI, I think of Makari, and she's the speedster in case you haven't watched it for a while. I think that's the best CGI we've got from a speedster. It looks incredibly well. And not only that, the Deviants looked unbelievable. And when you had some of the fight scenes in that film with the Deviants, wow, it was great to watch. Don't even get me started on how the Celestials look. The CGI for that was phenomenal, especially when you compare the CGI to more recent Marvel projects. We had it really good back then. I genuinely think the film deserved a lot more credit. I think what's really harmed the film is releasing that type of film 8 months after Endgame. That probably wasn't the smartest move. And with it being such a poorly reviewed film and everything that's come with it, I think that started the transition of Marvel getting too carried away with itself. I've really enjoyed the majority of stuff that Marvel's put out, but I would be ignorant to say that there has been issues along the way. I will say about this film, and it might be controversial, if this film was announced today, people would love it. I think it would fit really well today. And whilst watching the film, it made me think, and I suppose this is why I'm making this video, is will we see the Eternals in Avengers Doomsday? Honestly, with the way that the Eternals have been handled, with some of their cast openly speaking about their contracts and how they were set to do multiple films and they've done nothing, it's really hard to say. You know, it probably doesn't help that Eternals 2 is cancelled as well. I feel like that's a really big sign of the Eternals' future. There's one thing that makes me certain that the Eternals will return, and that is Captain America Brave New World. I haven't watched it, as sort of spoilers, although I believe it's in the trailer. The Celestial that we see in Eternals, where it gets frozen, I think it's in Antarctica or wherever it is, some sort of frozen place. In Captain America Brave New World, in the Celestial that is used in Eternals is a huge plot point for Captain America. And I find it odd that they would use that if it was to never bring Eternals back. Why merge the Eternals story to one of the biggest names in Marvel? It just wouldn't make sense for Marvel to do that and for us to just never see Eternals again, but see its biggest kind of plot point in Captain America. The only issue I have is that, okay, well, if they do bring them back, that's cool, but where on earth do they fit in all of this? Obviously, in terms of the Secret Wars comics and everything sort of surrounding that, there's not much mention of the Eternals, but that doesn't really matter because obviously when we think about Infinity War and Endgame, it's very different to its comic reiterations. For me, I think what's going to happen is we probably are going to see the Eternals again. They'll probably die within the first 30 minutes of Doomsday, so it's like a way to demonstrate to demonstrate Victor Von Doom's ultimate power. But who knows? Time will tell. I'll be kind of shocked if we don't see the Eternals again. But I'll kind of be like, oh, well, you know, that kind of makes sense. But honestly, if you are watching this and you love Marvel, you care for Marvel, you care about the comic book film scene or whatever, please give Eternals another chance. Please rewatch it, because when you compare it to some of the projects we've had recently, it's pretty good. It is pretty good. I really enjoy it. What do you think? You know, I'm obviously, this is a very opinionated video. I know a lot of people will be against this, but what are your thoughts? Let me know what you think about the Eternals and whether you think it's a bad film or not. Thank you for watching. I'm hoping to make videos like these on a daily. So if you want to see me do more opinionated pieces like this, let me know in the comments. Thanks.